Okay, I'm going to get political today about the Republicans. You all know I'm a Democrat, but having a lot of trouble with Obama, Democrat or otherwise. But I'm going to have a couple of short statements on a couple of Republican candidates, Rick Santorum and Tom Paul. Yeah, that's right, Tom Paul. I wasn't sure I got his name right. We'll do Ron Paul first. He has a faithful following of young people out there. And I probably see why. One of the big issues on the election, of course, is Obamacare, and the fact that if it goes into effect fully, that everybody be required to have insurance, be required by law to buy insurance, which I'm kind of in agreement with. But Ron Paul, of course, is against this, and everybody should be at their liberty to do as they please. Now, a lot of these people don't have insurance. They're getting their health care free because if something happens to them or something catastrophic, they can go to the emergency room and plead poverty, and they'll be taken care of. And if it really is an ongoing thing, the system will take care of them at no cost to them. It's cost to fellow taxpayers. So why should they have insurance? If their child goes out on the road and gets run over by a bus, it's not going to cost them anything. They just take them to the hospital and plead poverty, and all's well. Of course, Obamacare will change this. They'll have to have insurance. But Tom Paul, he supports their position. Shouldn't be forced to buy insurance. In fact, in one of the debates, somebody asked him if a person ended up in the emergency room in a real death syndrome, what should they do? What should the caregivers do? His answer was to let them die. Isn't that charitable? Wow, just let them die. And I'm not absolutely sure that those were his exact words, but the essence of what he said was let them die. Cannot. And that's one of the many things about Tom Paul that I cannot put up with. In lieu of forcing these people to go out and buy insurance, just let them die. Well, anyway, that's his position. That's one of the things about him that I don't like. Then there's Rick Santorum, who is now biting at Romney's heels. He has become the comer in the Republican primaries. And I kind of wonder why, because he was a representative, I believe, in the House from the state of Pennsylvania. And here some years ago, the good people of Pennsylvania, they sent him back home. Somebody in his own party beat him. And what do you do after you do that? Well, of course, you run for president. No sweat. That's qualification. Your own constituents in your own district don't like you. They vote you out of office. So, hey, go run for president. Don't sweat. But on the news last night, I caught a little tidbit of one of the things that I think that probably got him run out of office in Pennsylvania. And this is, to me, is gruesome. But it evidently happened. Back in the 90s, first I want to say they have a child that's challenged. It has a illness that evidently normally kills the child within the first couple of years, but the child is they've nursed it and they've taken good care of it. The child, I think, is 4 or 5, and he's still thought that at some point he will die, but through their efforts, and they have brought him this far, and this is to be commended. But back in 96, 7, 8, along in there, they had another child. And the light went out. My goodness. Well, we'll continue. They had another child, and the child died within about 2 or 3 hours of birth. What did they do? They took the body home and slept with it. And evidently made the kids, the other children, bond with it or something. This is some bizarre stuff. Nobody does this. This is sick. And if that had anything to do with why he got voted out of office, I could see why. But evidently, after the child was dead, they took it home for a couple of days and had it around. I guess, I don't know what they did. But there's somebody that, to me, that does that's got a problem. And I can see why the good folks of Pennsylvania voted him out of office, and I can't even imagine why anybody would consider him for the President of the United States. That's just, that's some bizarre stuff. So, Rick Santorum, I don't believe you're fit.